What's up everyone, and I'm back with a new DIY. Today I am going to give you a small DIY because actually I'm in the middle of getting all my birthday party things together. So right now I'm just gonna do something really quick just to like disguise the crazy electrical box. It's like just sitting in the middle of my family room wall. Yeah, so let's get right to it.
I'm Shay. Join me on my DIY journey to a brand new life. Watch as I make some wins and take some fails. And who knows, maybe you'll learn something as I make it happen.
So the first thing I did was actually just look at the frame. I thought, okay, this is really gold. I was gonna paint it, but I had this washi tape though. So I took the washi tape and I put it all the way around the frame. It's a chevron style, or chevron or herringbone chevron. It has a pretty pattern, y'all. So I put that all the way around the frame. So after I got the frame done, I turned around and got my trusty little fabric. I have had this fabric for, I'm gonna say 10 years. Like, well, probably even before that. I think my eldest son was really young, and I've had it around so that I could put it over my dining room tables, but the color scheme just doesn't match anymore, and I think it's just such a unique fabric. I decided to go ahead and cover the back of this. So I took the fabric in the back of the frame and I tried to use Gorilla Glue to glue it down, It did not work. So I got my trusty plastic gun. What is it? Is it a plastic gun? It's a glue gun. It's a glue gun. So with the glue gun, I went ahead and I did the borders of the back of the thing, and then just covered the whole board with glue. Then I got the backing of the frame completely covered, just showing that pretty pink fabric that I just loved from the beginning. After lining the back, I got on to getting the words. Actually, what I didn't use a canvas or anything. I had this mat for when I took a photography class in college, and it was a matte framing thing that you put in the picture frames just to frame your pictures. So I took that and I used it as my canvas, because I didn't want to use the big canvas that I have a canvas, but they're a little bit too big and I don't want to use that. Once I pulled out the mat, I wanted to get a kind of marbled unicorn spitty type thing going on. I know this isn't unicorn spit, this is acrylic. So I took the Viridian acrylic paint. It's just a pretty, I don't know, teal, kind of bluish type thing. It's like one of my favorite colors nowadays. So I took that and I put it on the board, and I took a piece of saran wrap and I rubbed it all over. Just kept rubbing it. So the mat board ended up really pretty, all on it. I had printed out some words in different fonts. I said, act like a lady, think like a boss, and I had arranged it on a piece of paper. And then I just cut them out. I cut out stencils of these words very carefully with my X-Acto knife. This took forever. It just took so long. I mean, really. So after I got the stencils cut out, what I did was set them down on the mat like I wanted them arranged. It didn't actually fit the way I imagined in my head, but it worked out really well because the mat was a little bit longer than the paper I had worked with before. Once I got the stencils together, I began to paint the letters in, and using a little bit of a blending so that it's kind of like an ombre look. I like ombre. The ombre looks kind of weird to me, but it looked really good against a white, which is why the merch is white and not the Viridian color that I decided to put on my wall. After it all dried completely, I began to take the stencil. Wait till the background is really completely dry. I thought it was dry, but there was still some spots that were wet, and then with the paper, it tended to bleed through to the board. So what happened was the paper, as I was taking off the stencils that I made, was sticking to the board, and there was some bleeding, and it wasn't as neat as I'd liked for it to be, but it still turned out really cool. All of that was dry, all I had to do was stick that board on the fabric covered board and just make it into like a relief, and then just put it in the frame and framed it up. It turned out really nice. I mean, I like it. It's okay. It's not my favorite thing. I think I should have used, or I should have left it white in the background instead of putting that blue, but I'm pretty happy with the results. And I hung the frame over my electrical box just to hide that there a little. And voila, all done. We finished the whole thing in no time. Next video, wait for the party decorations. That's gonna be the next video. So that is it. It's nice and simple. If you like my Like a Boss canvas thing that I made, then you can definitely do it yourself, or I actually have merchandise for you. I've got a canvas, a pillow, I've got t-shirts, and I got a hoodie. Like, you can wear it or you can put it on your wall, whatever. Just hit the links down in the description so you can buy your Like a Boss apparel and house accessories. And also hit the subscribe button below if you like what you saw today. You know, you can see more things like that, or you can see my vlogs or whatever. Hit the subscribe button below and hit that thumbs up for me, please, and leave me a comment of what you think I should do with some of those dead spaces in my house. Just let me know. I'm happy to take suggestions any day. Also, if you want to check out other videos I've done, right here is the last video that I have put on. It was about a vanity, like I made my vanity, my makeup vanity, and down here is my last vlog if you want to check out what I do all day, which is pretty much work, but the vlog is right there. Check it out, and until next time, see you around.